Hi, everyone. Welcome to English Corner Podcast. This is our new series called Easy English, where we speak slowly and clearly so you can listen, understand, and learn in a relaxed way. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Richard. And in this series, we'll have real conversations using really simple vocabulary and natural English expressions that you can use in your everyday life. You can listen, repeat, or even shadow along with us, whatever really works for you.
Yes. So today's topic is something we all have, our daily routines. We'll talk about what we do every day, from the time we wake up to the time we go to bed.
That's right. And we'll also use some frequency adverbs like always, sometimes, usually, and never to talk about how often we do things.
So let's begin with the morning. Richard, what time do you usually wake up?
Well, I usually wake up around 6 a.m. Yeah, I'm definitely an early riser.
Wow, that's really early. For me, I usually wake up at 7:30 a.m., but on weekends, I wake up a little bit later, probably around 9.
Okay. So, do you drink coffee in the morning, Sarah?
Oh, yes, I always have a cup of coffee. It really helps me wake up. Do you drink coffee too?
Actually, no. I never drink coffee. I prefer tea, usually green tea for me.
Interesting. So after your tea, what do you do next?
Well, I usually take a shower, then I eat breakfast, and sometimes I read the news or check my emails while I'm eating.
Oh, same here, actually. I shower, then I eat toast and fruit, and sometimes I listen to music while I get ready.
Okay, so let's talk about the daytime. What do you usually do during the day?
I usually work from home. I start around 9 a.m. and I take a short break at 11. How about you, Richard? What's your typical workday like?
Oh, I see. Well, I actually go to the office 4 days a week. I leave home at 8 a.m. and I usually get to work by 8:30. It's pretty consistent.
Oh, okay. And how do you get there? Do you drive or?
I sometimes take the train, especially if the weather's bad, but I usually ride my bike. Yeah, I like to cycle.
Oh, that's great. I really should exercise more. I just sit at my desk all day. It's not ideal.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sitting too long is pretty tough, actually. So I try to stand and stretch, just for a minute or two every hour. It really helps a lot.
Okay, so let's talk about lunch now. What do you usually eat, Richard?
Lunch. Well, I usually eat a sandwich, or sometimes I'll have noodles. Something quick. And sometimes I bring food from home. How about you, Sarah? What's your typical lunch like?
Oh, that's nice. I usually make a salad or rice and vegetables. I try to be healthy, but sometimes when I'm really tired to cook or just busy, I just order food online.
Right, yeah, that happens. So, do you ever skip lunch, Sarah? Like, do you not eat anything for lunch?
Oh no, Richard, never. I always get hungry at lunchtime, so no skipping for me.
Right. Okay, so let's move on to the evening now. What do your evenings look like, Sarah? After work.
Oh, good question, Richard. Well, I usually finish work around 6 o'clock, and then I usually cook dinner. And after dinner, I might watch a little TV. And sometimes, if the weather's nice, I'll go for a walk. Just, a short walk.
That sounds really nice. For me, I usually get home around 6:30, so a little bit later. And I also cook dinner, like you. It's usually something easy, like pasta or maybe soup. After dinner, I really like to relax. So I often read a book or I sometimes watch a series on Netflix.
Oh, Netflix, nice. So, speaking of winding down, what time do you usually go to bed, Richard?
Well, I try to go to bed around 10:30 p.m., so I like to get a good night's sleep. But, sometimes I stay up a little late, especially if I'm watching a really good show. But I'm usually in bed before 11. How about you, Sarah?
Yeah, me too, actually. I always read a little bit before bed to calm my mind, and then I just go to sleep.
Okay, so before we move on, I think it's a good idea to just quickly go over some of the useful English words we use today. Just a little review.
Oh, that's a great idea, Richard. So we used what we call frequency words or frequency adverbs, and they really help you talk about how often you do something, right?
That's right. So here's what we used. First, we had always. So always means every day or every time. For example, I always drink coffee in the morning. Or always means you do it 100% of the time.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And then we had usually. So usually means most of the time. Not 100%, but like 80 or 90%. For example, I usually wake up at 6:30 a.m.
Right. And then what about sometimes, Sarah?
So sometimes means not often, but not never. It's a few times here and there, maybe 20 or 30% of the time. For example, I sometimes go for a walk in the evening.
Yeah, that's a good one. And finally, we had never. So never means 0 times. Not at all. You don't do it. Like I never drink coffee. That's me. I never drink coffee.
That's a good example for you. So listeners, you can really use these words, these frequency adverbs, to talk about your own routines. So try making your own sentences. You can ask yourself, what do I always do? Or what do I never do? Give it a try.
Okay. So before we wrap up completely, let's quickly talk about weekly habits. Not just Monday to Friday. Sarah, what do you usually do on weekends?
Oh, that's a good question. Weekends are quite different for me, actually. So on Saturdays, I usually clean my apartment, do a bit of tidying up, and then I usually go shopping for groceries. Then on Sundays, it's a bit more relaxed. I sometimes meet friends for lunch, just catching up with them.
Sounds fun. So for me, on weekends, I usually go hiking if the weather's nice, or I just stay home and relax, read a book. And I never do housework on Sunday. That's my day off. No cleaning for me on Sundays.
Oh, I love that, Richard. That's great. Everyone needs a rest day. Okay, I guess that's pretty much it for today's episode of Easy English from the English Corner podcast.
Yeah.
And we really hope this conversation helped you learn some new expressions and just feel a bit more confident with everyday English.
Yeah. And don't forget, you can always listen again. You can try shadowing with us. That means repeating after us to practice your speaking and pronunciation. It really helps.
Exactly. And remember, you don't really need to understand every single word. Just keep listening and try to enjoy the whole process of learning.
Yeah. Keep practicing. We'll see you next time.
Bye for now.